Welcome to another episode of your daily dose of corporates and market updates. Corporate Central, I'm Shrestha Tiwari. Over to the day's big corporate world updates first. There are reports of a private investment firm, Bain Capital, reducing its stake in Axis Bank, the country's third largest private bank, through a block deal on Thursday. In the first few minutes of trading, 1.89 crore shares of Axis Bank were traded through block deal. After this block deal, the stock of Axis Bank saw a decline of more than 1% but closed 0.087% down at 978.55. In fact, Bain Capital had plans to sell 0.75% stake at a slight discount from Wednesday's closing. The offer price of this block deal was fixed at 964 to 977.70 rupees per share, which was at a discount of 1.4% from Wednesday's closing price of 977.70 rupees. According to the term sheet of the deal, Bain Capital was to sell 2.25 crore shares, which would fetch the PE firm 2,163 crore rupees to 2,188 crore rupees. Bain Capital's entity BC Asia Investments had 1.3% stake in Axis Bank till March 31st, 2023. Zurich Insurance, one of Europe's largest insurers, is in talks to buy up to 51% stake in Kotak General Insurance, a fully owned subsidiary of Kotak Mahindra Bank. As per a Reuters report, in early stage negotiations, the Kotak General Insurance is valued at around $800 million, and Zurich Insurance has expressed interest in both a minority stake of 49% or taking up a majority of 51% stake, the report has said. The Swiss insurer wants to secure a stake worth around $400 million, the reports have said, and if the talks culminate in a deal, then it would mark Zurich Insurance's first major bet on the fast-growing South Asian insurance market. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs has ordered an investigation against Hero Moto Corp over alleged corporate governance issues. It has ordered an investigation to assess Hero Moto Corp's relationship with a third-party vendor in a case related to alleged diversion of funds. The investigation has been ordered in the public interest to probe the ownership structure of Hero Moto Corp and whether it is controlled by the third-party vendor or not. The probe, initiated under public interest, will investigate the true ownership of certain linked companies. Other than Hero Moto Corp, as per sources, the MCA will also investigate the affairs of Salt Experiences and Management Private Limited, which it suspects to be a linked entity of Hero Moto Corp. Jindal Steel and Power announced a restructuring plan for its subsidiary Jindal Steel and Power Mauritius, which will reduce outstanding loans extended by JSPL to JSPML by 7,776.51 crore rupees. In a regulatory filing, the company has said that based on a comprehensive review of the balance sheet of JSPML, it approved the restructuring of the balance sheet of the company. Restructuring the balance sheet of JSPML will result in a diminution in the value of outstanding dues, being loans extended by the company to JSPML to the extent of 7,776.51 crore rupees, it has said in a filing. The company said that after evaluating the situation, JSPL determined that it would be difficult to recover its investments in JSPML in the near future. JSPL, which has a market capitalization of 55,136 crore rupees, had made strategic investments in JSPML, which in turn invested in mining assets globally. State Bank of India, Life Insurance Corporation of India, Punjab National Bank and Bank of Baroda may seek bids for selling their stake in UTI Asset Management Company, as per a media report. These four entities together own a 45.16% stake in UTI AMC. The report also mentioned that earlier the Tata Group was believed to be in advanced talks to buy a majority stake in UTI AMC, but the deal did not materialize. UTI Asset Management Company reported 59% jump in profit after tax at 86 crore rupees for the 3 months ending March 2023. In comparison, the company posted a PAT of 54 crore rupees for the same quarter a year ago. The report added that the Tata Group will now put in a fresh bid for the AMC. A group of international lenders to Byjus has told the EdTech major to send a draft loan amendment proposal even as the standoff over a $1.2 billion term loan B intensified after a scheduled call between both parties was cancelled on Monday. While the lenders remain open to negotiations, they have rejected the EdTech's proposal for one-on-one meetings. The lender group had earlier signed a cooperation agreement that requires them to act in a concert in negotiations with Byjus. Last week, Byjus had said that the lenders' demands were high-handed while filing a lawsuit in New York Supreme Court against American investment management firm Redwood, one of the lenders, and its entities over the TLB. European Union antitrust regulators took aim at Google's lucrative digital advertising business in an unprecedented decision, ordering the tech giant to sell off some of its ad business to address competition concerns. The European Commission has said that its preliminary view after an investigation is that only the mandatory divestment by Google of part of its services would satisfy the concerns. The 27-nation EU has led the global movement to crack down on big tech companies but relied on issuing blockbuster fines. But this is the first time the bloc has ordered a tech giant to split up keys of business. In more news, the Competition Commission of India has moved the Supreme Court challenging a part of National Company Law Appellate Tribunal's judgment. The judgment set aside 4 out of its 10 directives for Google, directing it to change its business model. The report adds that CCI has challenged a part of the NCLAT order that held in order to prove abuse of dominance under Section 4 of the Competition Act. CCI must do an effective analysis. Vodafone and CK Hutchison finally unveiled the £15 billion merger of their British mobile operations on Wednesday, saying the creation of a new market leader would drive competition and investment in the country. The long-awaited deal after the two companies disclosed talks in October will now trigger prolonged scrutiny by the antitrust regulator into whether an operator with 27 million customers could lead to higher mobile prices. Seeking to win over politicians, unions and competition authorities, the two groups said that they would invest £11 billion to create what they describe as one of Europe's most advanced standalone 5G networks. Automobile major Mahindra & Mahindra and Hinduja Group, promoter of Ashok Leyland, have joined the race to acquire a significant stake in MG Motor India, a wholly owned arm of Shanghai-headquartered SAIC Motor. Reportedly, the Sajjan Jindal-led JSW Group has already evinced interest into taking up 48% stake in MG Motor India. The company's valuation is pegged at over 8,000 crore rupees. MG Motor India, which has about 1% share in the domestic passenger vehicle market, has sought expressions of interest from Indian firms, but no binding offers have been made so far, according to the sources. An analysis of quarterly foreign shareholding trends in the 6 Adani Group companies, that is Adani Enterprises, Adani Total Gas, Adani Transmission, Adani Green, Adani Ports and Adani Power, shows a rise in the numbers of FPIs from the September quarter of 2020. SEBI has observed that the number of foreign portfolio investors in 6 listed Adani Group companies has increased after the September quarter of 2020. In Adani Enterprises, the number of FPIs have jumped more than threefold to 410 in March 2023 from 133 in September 2020. Meanwhile, in Adani Total Gas, the number of overseas investors has gone up to 532 from 63. Also, the number of FPIs in Adani Transmission has shot up to 431 from 62, and in Adani Green to 581 from 94 in September 2020, it has added. That's all from the world of corporates. Moving on to the stocks that were in spotlight today and why, let's find out. First up, Zee Entertainment shares closed down nearly 4% on Thursday as SAT refused to stay the SEBI order against former SL Group Chairman Subhash Chandra and his son Puneet Goenka. SAT postponed the hearing on this matter till 19th June. In episode number 36, we had told you that on the evening of June 12th, market regulator SEBI has passed an interim order restraining Subhash Chandra and Puneet Goenka from holding key positions in any of the listed company. The order said that while holding key positions in Zee Entertainment, both of them misused their positions for personal gains and misappropriated funds. SEBI in its order has explained the misappropriation of funds from Zee Entertainment in a very detailed manner through flowcharts. Take a look. This flowchart shows how the company's funds were diverted to entities linked to the group in which Subhash Chandra and Puneet Goenka were actively involved. Shares of Spandana Spurti, a company associated with microfinance business, saw a decline of up to 4.5% on Thursday. The stock touched an intraday low of 701 rupees, and the reason behind this fall is media reports, according to which Kotak Capital, the largest shareholder of Spandana Spurti Financial, is in talks with Yes Bank for merger or acquisition. According to the report, Kotak Capital has renewed the plan to sell the company, due to which these talks are being held. However, Spandana Spurti has denied these reports and reiterated that the company's board, promoters and the company itself are committed to delivering a business plan issued under Vision 2025. This plan was approved by the board in July 2022 and all kinds of steps are being taken to complete it. About 18 months ago, Spandana founder Padmaja Gangireddy alleged that the company was being sold to Axis Bank at a very cheap price, after which Kotak Capital postponed its plan. Stock of PNC Infra, a company related to civil construction business, saw a jump of up to 7% on Thursday. During the day, the stock touched a high of 339.95 rupees, which is very close to its 52-week high of 352 rupees. That is, the stock is trading close to its one-year high. The reason for the rise in the stock is the possible deal with PE firm KKR to sell road assets. In fact, KKR's Roads Highways Infrastructure Trust is in talks to buy the company's portfolio of 12 road projects. This deal can be done in an enterprise value of 9,000 crore rupees, which includes a debt of about 6,900 crore rupees, while the total market cap of the company is around 8,500 crore rupees. These projects have 11 hybrid annuity model, that is HAM roads, and one build operate transfer, that is BOT road, which are located in Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Talks were going on with 4 investors regarding this deal, which could be completed by the end of the third quarter of FY24. Shares of retail brand licensing, distribution and sourcing company Krakenx hit an upper circuit of 20% during the day on Thursday, June 15th. The stock touched a high of 443 rupees in intraday and closed with a gain of about 18%. In the last 5 days, this stock has registered a jump of about 45%. In fact, veteran investor Ashish Shug has bought 15,000 shares of this company, which is equal to 0.58% of the total stake. These shares were bought at an average price of 326.71 rupees per share. In October 2022, footwear retail chain Metro Brands bought 100% stake in Krakenx Brands. The company has an exclusive long-term license with the Italian sportswear brand Fila. Apart from this, the company also has sportswear brand Proline, and it also represents a few other international brands. That's all on corporates and markets tonight. But before we go over to some important corporate events and triggers which can potentially make big market impacts, first up, US to feel the impact of retail sales numbers, while European countries will face the effects of May IIP data and of ECB policy meeting. On June 16, Finance Ministry's meeting with Moody's representatives to take place, and also we have IQ lighting shares will be listed, and the issue was subscribed 67.75 times. Also, NCLT will hear Wilmington's bankruptcy plea against SpiceJet. The rejig of FTSE index will come into effect. Global Health, Piramal Pharma will be included in the index, while Wipro and PNB's weightage will increase in the index. And PFC, Shriram Finance, Piramal, HDFC Life dividend to go ex-dividend. Also, Wipro goes ex-buyback, priced at 445 rupees per share. Globally, on June 16th, the Bank of Japan will give its monetary policy decision, and also Europe's CPI inflation figures will be released on June 16th. With that, it's a wrap on tonight's Corporate Central episode, but you can catch all the other detailed updates from the corporate world and other major updates on the personal finance world on Money9's website, www.money9.com. Signing off for the day, but you stay tuned to Money9.